Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode challenge. We're in the quarry, driving the Aramatsu, so this isn't quite what I predicted at the end of the last episode that I would be doing. I certainly didn't want to be doing that. It's the first time I've used this vehicle and it's a while since I've done logging of any sort. I want to get these on the back of the Dan. Now, in the last episode, I said that I would be doing long logs. That's what I'm doing. But I said I would be doing it. Oh, dropped one. That's probably better anyway. Because really, carrying two, I'm just going to drop a pair of them. Carrying two is too much. Can't maneuver it. I did wonder if this crane would be more powerful. Let's get this one loaded up. So I did say that I would put the long logging attachments and the logging crane, the long logs, on the Azov. And then I remembered that in a previous comment, I'm pretty sure it was Friday, suggested that the Dan is a good long logging vehicle, and I haven't used it for anything. So in the spirit of variety, I've stuck the logging attachments on the Dan and brought the Aramatsu. And that's because I know I looked through the logging contracts and I have to do some medium logging in quarry anyway. And I can pick them up from this same lumber yard. So why not? Why not use the Dan and then use let the Aramatsu logging specialist do the loading for me? So in preparation for this episode off camera, I have obviously bought the long logging trailer add-on, or the trailer rather. I've also bought the medium one and brought it here with the Aramatsu. So I've spent 28,000. In the preparation for this episode. But in the interest of trying to get as much done as I can in the recording, to hopefully finish Zimnegorsk 100%, although that would include doing the contests and 3 trips of logs. But I'm hoping that I can squeeze it all in and not make it a complete nightmare to edit. But we'll see. Making a bit of a mess of this. That telegraph pole's not in the best location. I want that log to swing underneath, really. How far out can I extend it? There we go. That swung it underneath. Don't let it swing back. There we go. Tell you what, if you were working in the lumber yard and I was on a crane, you'd be ducking for cover, wouldn't you? And flinging this log around all over the place. So, 3 long logs loaded. And yeah, so using the Dan rather than the Azov just for variety, no other reason. Engine off, which animates the cab to turn around. It's quite a cool truck, isn't it? For as a logging specialist, it is quite smart. Jump over into the Dan and get started. I've not driven a Dan before. I'm just going on the fact that it was recommended as a good logging vehicle. It is always on all-wheel drive, always on diff lock, 6-wheel drive with mud tires, and the mid-range engine. It should be okay. So we'll check that packs. Yes, it does. And we can go. So we're going to basically turn around, back down through the log station, fuel up here, and then basically follow our noses down into Zimnegorsk and get this first load delivered. Evening coming in, so we haven't got too much daylight left. Back the lights on now, but get as much done as we can in the daylight. And I've got to do 3 trips of this, so there'll be time lapsing and or jump cuts depending on how the time goes, because like I said, I'd like to try and get the contest done as well. I gotta say, first impressions, the Dan does feel pretty powerful. It's got 51-inch mud tyres. It's got a chin, it's got a sort of overhanging front, but it's a lot higher than the Azov, and yeah, just something different to drive. It's always nice to drive something different. Let's have a look at the cab view. Nice. Not bad. Nice little screenshot, maybe. Right, now let's focus. Get on with it. Get it delivered. Don't want to hang around too much in this episode. Talk as we drive. So let's just chuck some fuel into it. I don't know what it's like for fuel consumption. This, like I say, it's the first time, apart from driving it down to the logging compound empty, it's the first time I've used it, so it looks pretty smart. It's a bit stuck, isn't it, already? That's a little bit worrying. I haven't put a bigger winch on this, I've just left the stock heavy winch. We'll see if that turns out to be a mistake. This is a bit worrying. Get into the trees. On the grass, a bit more traction. Okay, we're moving again. Let's get on with it. That was a little bit of a alert call there, though, but it's easy to get stuck. The Azov's got another 2 axles worth of traction, isn't it? So we'll see how this goes. Get back into Let's try auto for now. I might stick it in high once it's rolling. So I had a comment on the last video pointing out that you can. I've got to do 3 trips of long logs, and the comment is pointing out that you can do that by putting 9 loose logs in a sideboard semi-trailer, drive them to the destination, and then load them into this vehicle at the destination to deliver them, and therefore you only have to drive once, or I guess twice because you got to take this vehicle as well. But yeah, it cuts down on the driving, and you can do that. Now, the comment said, yeah, you may consider this to be cheating. So I replied on the comment, but I'm going to repeat what I said here, basically. Cheating. Is it cheating? Now, I don't think it's cheating because it's a single player game. And to me, in gaming, the only real valid use of the word cheating is when you're doing it against other players. So PvP scenario, and you're competing with somebody and you get an unfair advantage through do some kind of exploit or cheat or whatever. In a single player game, if it's cheating in your mind, then it's cheating. But if it's not, then one person's opinion of something being cheating won't match another person's opinion. And to me, the word cheating doesn't mean much in single player PvE games because there's no real victim. And I know through talking with other friends and playing co-op games with other friends, we can have a different view of what's right and wrong. And in a multiplayer world, then you might set yourself some rules to say, right, I'm not going to do that particular thing because I feel it's a bit exploity. And you might set rules for yourselves. But no, for me in this game, I wouldn't consider it to be. If somebody chooses to do that suggestion and use that trailer to move 9 logs, I'm not going to say that's cheating. It's not, in my opinion. It's not the right use of the word. It is. Obviously, I'm not doing that, so for me, I chose not to. It is, to me, a bit of an exploit in that the game is designed to move logs the way that I'm doing it now. Not that I'm moving them, I'm stuck in the mud again, but you know what I mean? It's the game is designed to work a certain way, and you can bypass that mechanic by doing something that the game allows you to do. But if you try to think about that in the real world, it wouldn't make sense. But it also doesn't make sense that you load 3 logs and then magically press a button and then suddenly it's a big batch of cargo, a wall of logs that I'm looking at now. So the game itself kind of deals with logs a little bit funny, and my view is, especially on a series that I'm recording, it doesn't make any sense to try and bypass the hard mechanic. But in a solo game, if I wasn't recording it and doing it for other people, I would probably chuck 9 logs in a trailer and deliver them the easy way. So yeah, I'm not gonna label it as cheating personally, but it's not something that I choose to do. And having said all that, it now feels like I've rabbited on way too much about that and I should just get on with delivering logs. I think I'm going to go this way just because it's a bit more downhill. This is struggling a little bit more than I maybe appreciated it would, to be honest. Make sure I know where I am going. It is a sawmill, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. So I've got to get over the bridge, past the other factory, and then over to the sawmill. It would have been easier probably to turn around and go on the south road and avoid that, but because you come through from the gateway in the wrong direction for me, yeah, it probably would have been better for me to try and return it around, reverse it, and get it down the south road rather than coming through that muddy sticky bit that I just did. So I'm going to be delivering these long logs the kind of old-fashioned, fuel is still good, get fuel on the way out, the old-fashioned way. It is a cool truck to drive. I do like it, and I'm obviously not comparing it with the Azov because I haven't tried the Azov on exactly the same job with the same cargo. But it kind of felt like it got stuck more than the Azov would on that bit. Right, this is another bit that can get quite sticky and nasty. So I'm going to swing left and try and avoid the puddle. And try and drive over this bit. In part because there is a big tree there that I know I can winch on. Oh, it's not letting me. Whatever that is, that's another tree. Oh, the 15 suspension. Too dark for me to see what that was. Oh, decent horn. Makes all the difference, doesn't it? Engine off. Cargo. Deliver. 1 of 3. And then get on with it. So I'm going to drive this back and get it reloaded, and I will cut to the loading section for the next batch. See you guys there. Alright, here we are back at the logging station. So I did say previously in another episode that when I came to do logging on this map, I was going to have a go at picking up what looks like these loose logs on the side. You see them move as I approach them, which to me suggests they could be craned and loaded up. but they also they look like medium logs, not long logs, which is why I haven't tried picking them up yet. When I get to do medium logs, I might do that. I have confirmed I can load them at the loading platform though, so whether there's any point to loading these loose ones, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's why I didn't load them. Wrong type of log. Yeah, that's about right. Maybe make it a bit easier if I don't go quite so far forward. Engine off. Beat the horn to wake up Aramatsu. Engine on. Load 3 logs onto the loading platform. 1, 2, 3. And try and move them one at a time. Dark, unfortunately. It's got a bit of light on. Oh, it's got a working light. That's not too bad. Oh, okay, so that's cool. If I go into crane mode, that's going to turn the working light around. That's a nice advantage this has got that most logging vehicles don't have, is that I've actually got a working light for night time. That's good. I like that. The little things that please me. Right, I don't want 2. I just want 1. There we go. Wrong button. It's got quite a, it feels like it's got a long reach, this crane. I'm glad I did it this way because this is a nicer crane to operate. I know I'm a bit cack-handed with it, but that's excuses, but I haven't done logging for quite a long time. I haven't driven one of these types of cranes for quite a while. Wouldn't hire me. But it's disaster relief work. They can't really be choosy. I might be the only person in the world mad enough to come here and do this in a disaster. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, I love the fact that's got good working lights for when you're loading logs. That's a big advantage over any other truck I've done logging with. That alone makes it worth getting, especially when you're trying to record your footage. Pack it, start the engine. Let's get out of here. Try and get out of here without wrecking the Aramatsu. Like I said, I wouldn't hire me. So on the, I'll probably time lapse this. We'll see. But on the right there, you can see there's a medium logging trailer. So that's the second trailer that I bought for logging. And I'm going to do the medium logging and long logging in the quarry before moving back to Drownlands. Because we are strategically withdrawing from the remote maps. So we finished the Rift. We should hopefully today finish Zimnegorsk. Then we'll work towards finishing Quarry. And when that's completely done, any remaining fuel will come back to Drownlands with us. and we'll do all of the stuff that technically is map 1. Just feels like a good way to do it. This is really good on fuel. I did fill up at the trailer in Zimnegorsk before coming back at empty, but even so, that's pretty good fuel performance, really. Power lines causing a bit of camera jankiness. It is a very bouncy truck, and this is a very bouncy road, so between the two it does look a bit funny. I'm taking air there on some of that though. I wouldn't expect the driver to have much spine left at the end of that little bouncy section. So I realised when I was coming back empty that this bit I got bogged down in actually is the entrance to this yard, and that probably doing that avoids a lot of that mud. Maybe not. Still got some of it to get through there, haven't I? Avoids the bit that didn't have any trees to winch to though. Yeah, that was definitely better, wasn't it? So that's definitely the route to take past that boggy bit if you got big cargo on, is just to go divert in to the entrance of that yard. Then I think I'll cut from here to the unload point, so I'll see you guys in Zimnegorsk. Right, batch number 2 done. Turn it round as best I can. Abusing that trailer a little bit, but that trailer's abusing me back. It kind of steers the truck as much as the truck steers the trailer. Right, I'm gonna get the, now that I'm turned around, I'm gonna get the 3rd batch, and I think I'll probably just cut to here when I'm ready to unload. So I will see you guys back here with the 3rd set of logs, and then we'll have a think about contests. Alright, here we are back in Zimnegorsk for the 3rd and final batch of long logs on the final contract for this map. Uneventful drive there and back. This Dan is growing on me as a logging truck. It's quite versatile. It's plenty powerful. It's quite fuel economical. Yeah, I can see why it was recommended. Engine off. The last one. So this should be test flight complete. So basically we did all of that work for $17,000, which just about made a small profit over buying the trailer for long logging. But then obviously any other long logging contracts we do will be pure profit minus fuel. So I'm going to move this out the way. I've got to get this over into quarry for the next activity. So for the next episode I'll probably do it, but I might leave it here and do logging last and the other map again. I would really like to try and get these 3 done. So oil field is 2 metal beams from here up to the oil field, and I think the route for that is pretty much out here, over that bit, little bit sticky, onto the road, up around here. You could probably shortcut across there. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna map that middle one. I'll see when I get there if that feels like it's a straight across job. And then up, deliver. 8 minutes. Now I have pre-staged before the episode the Taiga. Let's jump into the Taiga, and we're going to do this one. Well, we're going to attempt this one anyway. So Taiga 2-slot, no crane. Obviously the Taiga can't take a crane with a 2-slot and a trailer. In fact, I don't think the Taiga can take a crane at all with the 2-slot. So I'm going to be paying to load these, but it's for a contest, and that's within my set of rules. I don't mind paying to load cargo for contests, because I don't particularly enjoy the contests anyway. I just want to get them done. So we'll edge into there, load metal beams in the truck, metal beams in the trailer, the one on the loading platform we can leave, handbrake off, and then nose into the contest. Again, not done a practice run on this, but the route to me looks like the most sensible route. There's a couple of places you could get bogged down. 8 minutes in the Taiga. Should be alright. Taiga is full of fuel. So let's... first attempt, I've got 3 attempts left because I haven't tried this yet. And I can't test these on the campaign mode save because my campaign mode said I haven't even unlocked quarry. So on my campaign mode save, I'm stuck in Drownland, so I've got no opportunity to try these out on my other save. But let's go. Get moving. Lights on because it is coming into dark, unfortunately. But the Taiga's got daylight lamps on. Off-road gearbox rather than high range, so it's not as fast as it could be. But I think it's more about consistent speed, and it's definitely faster than the Azov. This is probably the worst bit, the boggiest bit. Eight minutes. Check there's no tree stumps in my path. Avoid the worst of the ruts if I can. Come on, I just want a nice winch point ahead of me, please. Come on, I got loads of winch points ahead of me and it keeps going to the side. Alright, that could have been faster. So that lost me, what, 20 seconds? Right, let's get some momentum going. Come on, Tiger Power. It's got the biggest engine in. I can't see in the dark. I don't think I'm sat spinning out too much. I'd like to get gold on at least this one. So is this where we said we might go off piste? Across instead of around the loop? It is. What do we think? Got to be better than sitting in this mud, isn't it? If that's a boggy trap, then I've made a mistake, but that felt like better than going around. Maybe got my 20 seconds back. I got no. Last time I thought I was on my internal clock was saying about 7 minutes, and it ended up being 9.5. So I got no faith in my internal clock on this one. Am I under 8 minutes? That was a mistake going into that mud. Oh no. I should have gone to the side. Come on, if I'm like 20 seconds out. Gold. Oh wow. Adrenaline 6 minutes 20. On an 8-minute timer. Engine off, save some fuel. Oh, okay. Got gold. 7,400. Oh, that might be worth repeating. I got 2 more attempts to do that. And for that kind of money, that might be worth the effort. I haven't repeated many contests because I haven't felt them worth doing. But okay, so cement delivery I'm worried about because it feels like it's a bit of a ball ache. You've only got 5 minutes to find 4 things in the wilderness. So, but what is pier? So pier is 4 slots of wooden planks picked up at the sawmill. Only 4.5 minutes, but deliver them to the pier. So that's going to be load them up around the road that we've been doing for our long log delivery. That's a little bit sticky, but we know how to get past it. Over the bridge. Right turn Clyde. And deliver, isn't it? That's how you do that one. So what I'm going to do, this episode might be a bit longer than I intend normally. I don't know, I'm a little bit less confident about editing this lot down. So what I'm going to do is turn around, get myself into the sawmill, and I'll see you guys at the sawmill. It'll be full dark, unfortunately. I'll auto load. Oh, so this one starts there. I've got to be a bit careful about that. I'll auto load the 4 slots of timber, and then we'll have a go at that one. 4.5 minutes. So yeah, I'll turn around and I'll see you guys at the sawmill. Alright, so here we are. So the contest is here. I haven't loaded the planks yet, but that's going to cost me, what, 10 seconds to load the planks? I'm just going to do it. So I've got 4.5 minutes, and I am wasting a bit of time to get cargo. So, 5 seconds. So this Taiga definitely covers the ground a lot faster than the Azov did, with 4 slots of wood planks. It's got a higher top end speed, but it still gets bogged down in some of the nastiest terrain. You still have to be a bit careful. But pier delivery, here we go. I keep saying I don't care about gold, but obviously I would like to get gold on all of them. Just from a satisfaction perspective. I did wonder if it was technically quicker to go through that factory yard, but the cornering is a bit... You'd have to slow down a lot more for the corners to get in and out of the gates because they're a sharper curve. So I don't know. Four and a half minutes. How am I doing? Feels good at the moment. 3 minutes. Comfortably inside. 3 minutes and 7 on a 4.5 minute timer. $3,750. Phew, the old heart's pounding away now. So there is only one more thing to do. Apart from the fact that I didn't get gold on the warehouse delivery contest. But the one more thing to do is cement delivery. Now I think the 4 cement are like in this little boggy area. So I don't know. I'm not confident with this one at all. Because I've got to load all 4. It's got 5.5 minutes. You got to load all 4. You've got to find them and load them. You need a truck with a crane. It says recommended, but I don't know how else you would do it. In the garages are Azov. And I think for this one, the Azov, customize it, stick its loading crane back on, stick its low saddle back on, and then use the 5-slot articulated trailer. Is that a mistake? I know I'll be able to get it done. Whether I'll be able to get it done in 5.5 minutes and get gold, I don't know. But I know I'll be able to get it done with this truck and that trailer. I'm very confident that I won't fail it. He says. See yourself getting stuck and causing problems now, but I'm going to give it a go. And again, I haven't practiced this. I watched a video of somebody else doing it earlier today. And that's why I think that they're in that general area. I think they're all clustered somewhere around here. So it'll be a case of come out the garage, get the task here, out of the garage. You'll be able to see them on the head-up display for the 4, and then you got to load 4. So you 5.5 minutes to find, load 4, and get back to the warehouse without getting stuck in this boggy bit. I think that's ridiculous, but I'm going to focus on getting it complete, even if it's bronze, just because I want to get it done, and then I'm finished with Zimnegorsk. So no point hanging. Lost my fuel up. Fuel is full. That's good. So no point hanging around. Go. So there they are. Which bit of the road are they on? Where do I leave the road to get to them? So a quick look. Where does it say they are? Right, so leave the road here. Straight in there. And I'll worry about backing out once I've got them loaded. Gonna leave the trailer attached and do the loading them on the front trick. Right. Crane. You got time to be pretty with this. This one's going to be fun. And bash my cab to bits probably. unpack those, restore the crane, then in a bit more to try and get to the other two. The trailer doesn't want to go. Can I reach him from here? Do need to go that way. I don't know if this crane can reach this other pallet to drag it, or whether I've got to move again. Got to move again. Can't reach it. Darn it. Unpack, repack, restore crane. Crane, legs. I already know I've failed the time. Because I can see it there, I've got a minute to get back. Unpack, repack, restore crane. There's no way I'm getting out of here in that time. So I already know I'm not getting gold. I don't know any other route out. Yeah, I know I'm not getting gold. I don't know that I could do that any faster. I don't know that another truck. It's the trailer is the challenge. Maneuvering that trailer when you're full. doesn't help, does it? Bronze, well outside, like the over nearly 2 minutes outside. Bronze. So they were here, weren't they? I'll have to look back at the recording and see exactly where they were. I just can't see a more sensible way to do it, because you've got to get that trailer. I can't see you doing it with a 2-slot, because you wouldn't be able, the crane can't reach a 2-slot trailer on the back of a 2-slot body. Maybe this truck with its 3-slot and not have a trailer, and then load one of them on top of, so load 3 properly and then load 1 on top, and then get out and try and deliver quickly that way. Maybe that's worth a try, but not today, because actually that is 100% complete Zimnegorsk. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back, because although I haven't edited it down yet, that is what I wanted to achieve in the episode. So we've got no tasks or contests left that haven't been completed. There are no contracts left in this map, and no upgrades, nothing. There's nothing left basically. So the next activity for me, I might off camera do at least that oil delivery one with the 2 metal beams and the Taiga, because that was quite good money and for a fairly comfortable gold. So I might do that, but I might just I don't know. I may just move on to Quarry, because that's more fun, and make some money over in Quarry instead. So I've got to get all of the vehicles that are here, which is the Azov, the Taiga, the Crop, Dan, and the flatbed that's currently on the Taiga, plus any fuel that's left on this map, and I think it's only this Scout fuel carrier that's got a little dribble in it. Got to get that fuel trailer out to deliver it to its destination in Quarry, because we've been using it on this map, but it doesn't belong on this map. Yeah, pretty good going. Zimnegorsk 100% complete, which means that from a map perspective, Rift and Zimnegorsk finished. Back to Quarry, finish Quarry, fair bit to do in Quarry, but it's not too bad. And then finish that, probably 3 episodes to finish a Quarry, including the logging. And then into Drownlands, and quite a lot to do in Drownlands, because I just basically skipped nearly all of the first map's content to crack on and get into these other maps. So I'm happy with that. I think that's a good bit of progress. I think the series is going pretty well. Really pleased with the numbers that are happening in analytics. The viewing hours are going up. Obviously subscribers is going up. That's the most obvious thing you guys can see, but from analytics I can see the views, the returning viewers, all of the things that show healthy growth for a young channel are all looking really good. So thank you very much for the support. I appreciate every single bit of it. It's really, really great. The comments make my day, the subscriptions make my day, and the fact, more importantly, the fact that behind the scenes I can see that more people are watching, and they're watching for longer, is really good to see. So thank you for that. I'm going to wrap this episode here. That's enough rambling on from me. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you in the next episode, where we will be doing more work in Quarry. In the meantime, thank you very much, and goodbye.